In Kaikōura, the cleanup begins with mud. It is on the roads, around houses, across farms, and in the places where people normally move without thinking. After days of severe weather, the Kauai River burst its banks and left silt and debris behind. Part of State Highway 1 south of Kaikōura remains closed while crews work to repair it. Local MP Stuart Smith says the damage to roads, properties and farms is massive. For people outside the town, a road closure can sound like a traffic update. For Kaikōura, it is much more than that. Kaikōura sits between the sea and the mountains on the east coast of the South Island. It is a place of whales, hills, railway lines, coastal roads, farms, tourists, and small town routines. Its beauty is also its weakness. The land is narrow. The mountains rise close to the coast. Rivers come down fast. When water slips and debris hit the road, the town can suddenly feel much farther away. State Highway 1 is not only a line on a map. Around Kaikōura, it is a lifeline. Food trucks use it. Emergency vehicles use it. Families use it to reach work, school, healthcare, and other towns. Tourists use it to reach the coast. Freight uses it to move through the top of the South Island. When the highway is damaged, the question is not only how long is the delay. The question becomes, how does a community keep breathing while one of its main arteries is blocked? New Zealand has learned this lesson before. Many people still remember the 2016 Kaikōura earthquake. That quake damaged the coast, cut roads and rail, lifted the seabed, and made the town rely on emergency routes and careful repair work. It showed the whole country how thin some of our connections are. A road may look permanent on a sunny day, but a single night of shaking, rain, or river pressure can remind us that every route is a promise we must keep repairing. Flood recovery has its own slow rhythm. First comes safety. Crews need to know whether the road surface is still strong, whether banks are stable, whether bridges and culverts can carry more water, and whether emergency vehicles can pass. Then comes access. Food, fuel, medicine, and animal feed must move. Then comes the human work. Clearing yards, checking fences, drying rooms, calling insurers, helping neighbors, and finding out which things can be saved. Silt is one of the quiet problems after a flood. It can look soft, almost harmless, but it is heavy. It gets into drains, gardens, sheds, carpets, and paddocks. On farms, it can cover grass and leave rubbish where animals feed. On roads, it can hide holes or broken edges. In houses, it can leave a smell that stays long after the water has gone. Recovery is not only about pumping water away, it is about making a place clean enough, safe enough, and steady enough for normal life to return. The news also mentioned Wairoa, where homes had been flooded, and the local state of emergency was lifted. A local state of emergency is often misunderstood. It does not mean panic. It means local authorities need special powers and coordination to protect people, close roads, manage evacuations, and bring services together. When it is lifted, that does not mean every problem has disappeared. It usually means the response phase is easing, and the harder, quieter recovery phase is beginning. This is one reason flood stories deserve more attention than a quick headline. Climate, land use, river management, road design, insurance, local council budgets, and personal preparedness all meet in moments like this. A blocked culvert is not only an engineering detail, it can decide whether water crosses a road. A riverbank is not only a natural age, it can decide whether a farm is covered in silt. A highway is not only a transport project, it can decide whether help arrives in time. For families in Kaikōura, the next days may be tiring. There will be phone calls, muddy boots, generators, road cones, diggers, and long waits for updates. There will also be cups of tea passed across fences, neighbors checking on older people, farmers sharing equipment, and road workers doing careful work in cold weather. This is the part of New Zealand that often appears after damage, not dramatic, but steady. If someone you know lives near a river, travels this route, or thinks emergency planning is only for other people, share this story with them. And if you want more New Zealand news explained in a calm way, please subscribe. The lesson from Kaikōura is not that we should fear every storm. It is that a good life in a beautiful place depends on maintenance, memory, and neighbors. Roads can be repaired, mud can be cleared, and houses can dry. But the strongest infrastructure is often the part that is hardest to see. People who know they may need each other before the next rain arrives. A road connects towns. A crisis shows whether people are connected too.